I've had this in my shopping cart for more than a year, I'm sure, and my outdoor kitchen isn't complete without an outdoor stove. But not just any outdoor stove, a high pressure, high BTU outdoor stove. What I got for myself for Thanksgiving is this Goplus Outdoor Stove, 200,000 BTUs. Not only is it a high pressure outdoor stove, but it also has adjustable legs. So being the tall guy that I am, I went ahead and bought it for $89.99 on Amazon. It's still that price right now, free shipping. It came with the big burner. I'm going to get the measurements of that, some screws, a very brief manual. There's very little information in here about assembly, or there's almost no safety precautions in here at all, something to be aware of. It came with the regulator, 20 psi, and the connectors to connect to your propane tank. It came with another orifice, but it doesn't say what it is or what it does. And then, and my real reason for getting this was the adjustable legs. We can have it low to the ground or up high where I don't have to break my back. Okay, it came with 8 legs. 4 of them are hollow, see-through, and 4 of them, and the hollow ones have a screw hole in them, and then 4 of them have a solid base, no screw hole, but they have a tapered end. So one has a tapered end, well, they both have tapered ends. Because the instructions are so lacking, I have to assume that the hollow one goes in here, you tighten it up with this, and the one with the solid end goes in the hollow one, and then it has 4 enclosed fasteners that will just cinch down on. That's a bolt welded to the pipe. So the adjustability is the fact that I can take 12 3/4 inches off of the height of this simply by taking this leg off. So that's basically it. I want to get some measurements for you. I was afraid of that, but with the weight of anything on here, it's going to be pretty sturdy. So from the floor to the burner with both legs, it looks like it's 31 1/4 inches, and then the space between the angle iron is 15 3/4 inches by 15 3/4 inches. There's a little lip of about 3/4 of an inch between the bar and the top of this. People were asking if you could use this indoors. The answer to that is no. You can't use this indoors. It has to be outdoors. Now we know what that was for. I'll get a wrench and tighten that down. These parts, okay, this is the gas line, this is the regulator, this is where it goes onto the propane tank. And this orifice here, you take a Phillips head and you unscrew it, and this lets you adjust the amount of air to gas ratio that's coming up in through the burner. It's real important, because if it's burning too gassy or orange, it's going to create soot and it's going to get all over your pots. What you're looking for is a clean blue flame. So I'm going to get a wrench, get it down on the ground and attached. I'm going to show you how to leak check it, and then I'm going to show you how to adjust the airflow. All right, I moved this down onto the ground so I could connect this for you. It's really simple. It's just hand tight. And if you look real close, I don't know if you can see that. It says off to go this way and on to go that way. And that's how we're going to regulate how much gas is going through the hose. So since this is a straight shot from here to here, we have no way to check for leaks until the burner is actually on. While I have you looking this close, I want you to notice this piece of metal right here is blocking the wind all the way around for the most part. There's a little space there, but that's going to be burning hot. I've struggled with wind for 20 years, even so far as taking aluminum foil and setting it up on the sides to prevent the wind from blowing out my flame and cooling off my oil. I'm really pleased to see this piece of metal right there. So we're going to light this for the first time. At first, you're just going to use your ears and make sure you open the valve on the on the propane tank. We don't hear anything because this is off. Did you hear that? That's flammable gas coming out. So woo! That's really blue. So that's just barely on. Get it down as low as we go. It's still really hot. And then we're going to try it full blast. This is really exciting because this is going to heat up water or oil really fast. That's the sound of 200,000 BTUs. So I do see a little bit of orange. Let's see if I can get rid of that by loosening these screws. Go underneath here to light it. It won't burn your hand. So I want to show you what it looks like if you got not enough air going in. See how that's very sooty, and it'll put black all over your pot. So we open this up. That's the paint burning off. If that's too much, it's going to blow itself out. So here we got the right amount of air and the right amount of gas. All burners are lit, and that's where I'm going to leave it. All right, this is the only way I know to check this to see if it's leaking. This is soapy water, about 50% water and 50% soap, and there's no bubbles. So that passes the leak test. This all passes the leak test. And we know we're not leaking gas out this way. I also want you to see this. The paint is supposed to be powder coated to protect it, but the paint is already burning off. It's really not going to affect anything, but I don't want that smell in my food, so I'm going to let it burn just a little bit.
Then this happened.
Alright, we have an interesting thing happening here. The powder coating is burning off of the where's those light gloves?
Oh. Oh, crap.
We stayed cool, calm, turned off the gas, got the oil off, because that was a very smelly smoke. I didn't want that taste in my oil. So we just figured out what we were going to do. We needed to continue to burn that off. So I got me another pot, filled it with water, and cranked everything up again. Just let it go. It didn't take very long because that burner's really, really hot. We tried our best to just give it a little time and let it burn off. No big deal. It did stain up that pot just a little bit. That's the paint flaking off, you can see. See it peeling off right there. Then I took a piece of metal and I just hammered it as hard as I could, just letting those chips, getting the chips off so they wouldn't continue to burn. So cut the gas off. You can see here it's a mess, but it's gonna burn off. Might as well burn off the first time. You see later it just turns to dust, and I got it off. So we proceeded on and made our turkey. I was filming that too, so had to regroup a little bit. You see it lighting here. That orange is not from the air like I talked about earlier. That's from chips of paint. I should have brushed those out. You can see how much paint came off, but turkey came out fine after that, and we enjoyed it very much. You can see me cutting off of that crispy piece of turkey. It was juicy and crunchy.
So this is what it looks like after one cook. All that paint has come off. It's now powder. It'll clean off good, and I'll put a layer of oil on it. Something I wanted to show you here, if you can see it. This is how it came. It came with this rust already on it. There was rust in that orifice too, but I wasn't too worried about it. The casting, there's lots of holes in the casting. I used to work at a foundry, so I noticed that a little more than probably most people. And it's hard to tell, but it just seems like it's leaning a little bit too. But I'm not going to ask for my money back, but I do want you to be aware of some of these things. Paint is completely gone all the way around. It's crazy.
In the end, I have mixed feelings about this. I really like the concept, the tall grill and the very, very hot burner, but really lacked in some quality. And I'd say I would not buy this again, nor would I recommend it. But I do recommend the very high BTU burner. Thank you for watching.